1 second. Alright, hi everyone. It's been a while, and I've got a lot of projects done, as well as many other things in life. But that's okay. I'm here, I'm back. That's one thing I wanted to just say. Sometimes I'm not really a consistent YouTuber, or even just a person who uploads videos consistently, but that doesn't mean that I will ever go away. And I'm here, I'm alive, still thankfully, and I'll record things and I'll put them on the internet, or put them up. I'll upload videos. So if I do take a break every now and then, I just hope well, I might sometimes share my Insta so you can just check that I'm alive. But even on my Instagram, I'm not that really active. Well, I use it, but I don't really post things on a regular basis. So if I don't show up, don't worry. I'm okay. I just happen to not be there. But anyways, so what are my projects? Where'd they go? Oh. A second. I know my bookshelf is messy. I have to clean it. So a while ago, I started that project with the veil. I think it was my minimalism inspired scarf / a veil, and I finished it. See, isn't it pretty? And I know it's all my lace crochet that uses this specific yarn. It's all Egyptian cotton, so it's not going to be like silk where it's all smooth textured. But I really like it. I think it actually came out pretty nicely. It took forever. It took so long until I was able to finally finish this. I'll tell you, it took a very long time. But isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty? Now I don't know if I would use this, because if I go around wearing this, I'm not, well, even this, but let's just say I took this scarf and I wrapped it around like that. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I'm pretty sure I could find someone who it would look better on. But this in itself is just a prototype, because halfway through, I don't know if you can see, but the crochet stitch that I used, I have this little band in the middle because I thought it'd be cool to not necessarily have a uniform design throughout, but to have a little difference. Plus, it helps me tell where the middle is. So I have this here. Anyways, what was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had to change the type of crochet, how I crocheted it in the middle. I did change it in the middle, so this is actually just a prototype, and it's also meant to be a square because, you know, scarves, like the ones from brands like Versace, or I think Hermes makes scarves too, but those are square, so you can go like this, or like that. But this one is very small, so I think if I were going, this is just a prototype, so I'm saying if I were going to make it again, it's going to take a really long time. But if I were going to make it again, I would probably use this as a prototype to understand how I would make it again. And what was I saying? And then what would happen is, I would make it probably bigger, or I would make it, instead of a square, I would make it into a rectangle, or, you know, the standard scarf shape. It's a band like that, and then I could use it as such. But anyways, yeah, this came out really nice, and as you can tell, it has the edging here, and then trace it all the way to this side. Take that and trace it to here. So two sides have this edging. I probably should have designed it so that this border, it's not an edging, it's a border, excuse me. This border goes all the way around so that it actually looks like a square, but when you hold it up like this, you pull it back, it actually looks more like a rectangle because the borders are only on two sides of the larger square. But yeah, I think it came out very nice. This is very pretty. So I'll hold on to this, and maybe I can find someone who will want to use it as it is, but I don't think so. I think I'll just keep it for now as a prototype. I need some water. Okay. Uh-oh. I also got a haircut, or I tried to cut my hair recently. It's not sitting right. I always have this portion here. This one's fine, but recently my I don't know if these are my bangs. I personally don't think I don't think they're my bangs. They're just my hair. See, this strand here is longer than this strand, and if I push it back with my hand like this, because I do touch my hair during the day. I know most people say you're not supposed to touch your hair when you are out and about in public, but I actually have a habit of just kind of going like this. And it's just because growing up, I didn't have this much hair on my head growing up. I actually had a shaved head because just my upbringing. And now when I'm older, now I have my own hairstyle. It's like, hair is so new. I didn't know you could go like that. So now I just do whatever I want with my hair. And if someone says to me, don't touch your hair, I'm probably not going to listen to them. And if that's the thing too, that's what I wanted to talk about because I took a long break and I have so many things to talk to you about just life, but that's what I thought about it too. It's where, we're adults. We're all adults here, and that doesn't mean that you can act crazy, but that doesn't mean that I don't know how to behave either. And I actually know how to behave better than everyone else because for example, when it comes to driving, I'm not kidding. When it comes to driving, everyone is improper because around where I live, nobody goes the speed limit. Like the road over there, let's just say the speed limit is actually 35. People are going 50 over there. People are going 50 and 35 miles an hour. It's okay. I understand I'm a slow driver according to whatever your standards are. No, well, that's fine. I don't care what you call me. But if I'm going to drive the speed limit, you have no right to be mad at me. You can pass me and keep going, but that doesn't mean that you have the right to just give me this dirty look like this. Or they give me these, it's really funny to think like I'm driving and then they pass by me, this way, that way, I don't know, whatever way they pass by me, and they look at me, and like they give me this weird face, and if most of the time I remain calm because I think, well, some people out there just don't know how to drive maybe, even though they have a license, and I just kind of write it off. But then when I get angry, it's just, excuse me, why are you getting mad at me? Why are you getting mad at me? I haven't broken the law. You've broken the law. Oh wait, sorry. I know I'm switching emotions. It's just been a really long time since I filmed, so I'm just happy to see everyone. And I'm pretty sure maybe somebody is happy to see me out there too. But this pendant, I got it, these two. This one's for my birthday. I think both of these were for my birthday. And I'm just showing it now. But this one is this was a late birthday gift because I didn't really buy it. This one itself, it's silver, but I found it and it was really pretty and I just bought it. And that's the only thing I bought for myself, and it actually wasn't that expensive when I bought this. So I just saved a little money and bought this one too. This polo rider? No, it's not polo. That's the thing. I wanted one that actually was polo because I think polo is a really hot sport, and I could just imagine, can you imagine you're walking by your school and you just happen to walk by a field that the polo team uses, and then somebody on the horse comes by and says what's it called? They're poloing around the field. I don't think that's the right phrase, but let's just say the polo team is playing polo around the field, and then you walk by, and then one of them comes over and says, "Hey, baby," or no, I don't like that phrase. Or they say, "Hey there, wanna hang out?" And then you just hang out, and that starts a romance. That actually is really romantic. Can you imagine somebody on a horse with the hat? I think some people wear goggles, but I think you can also wear sunglasses, but they pull off their helmet and they also pull off their sunglasses and they say, "Hey there, want to hang out with me?" That is so cool. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, another thing. So, I read a lot of books on flowers because I really like flowers. I know it's not the most masculine thing in the world, but then again, I've never been really one for being masculine. But very funny about masculinity. That's another thing I wanted to talk about during the summer. So I forgot the exact thing, but I'm not very masculine, but I don't really consider myself feminine either. I don't know why it is recently. I know in the Middle East, where this channel started, and if you want to go back, you can watch my videos when I was in the Middle East. But back there, yes, there are roles that you have to, I guess, live by, where you have to be more masculine if you're a man, and you have to be more feminine if you're a woman. But I never really lived by those. If I see something I like, and they say, "Oh, you can't buy that because you're a man," I'm saying, "Well, I'm not going to buy it. I'm actually going to buy it." So there was one instance where there was a silver chain, and it had, I think, it was a very thick one, and I really liked the moment I saw it. And then somebody said, "Oh, you can't buy that and you can't buy that and you can't wear it because that's for women." And I said, I don't care. If it's pretty, I'm gonna buy it. Not to mention, some things that I do are way more masculine than what uh, other men do, because apparently most men have trouble talking to women, and I think, why? We're all human beings. Why are you scared of talking to a girl? And I say, oh, it's because I'm a guy, and I'm like, what is it? I forgot the reason why. But if you can't, well, that's why you're single. Like, no, that's not. That's just me. That's my analysis, because they say, well, I'm a guy and I'm very masculine, and I go to the, what's the phrase? I just learned about it too. There's apparently something called gym bros. Okay, and they say I'm a gym bro and I work out and I drink protein shakes, and if you hit my face with a cinder block, I won't break a sweat, but I can't talk to girls. Really? That's the weakness? That's the one weakness you have? Really? That's why you're single. That's why you're in the gym and you're single. But I'm not being mean. That's just a joke. Anyways, going back to flowers. So I have all these garden handbook eyewitness books. I really like them because they have really great pictures. And then I can read them. And now I know this is not a masculine thing, but reading is kind of just, reading has been around forever since people were mostly literate. But anyways, I love to read books about flowers, especially ones that have this many pictures. I hope this isn't copyrighted, because it probably is copyrighted, but I'm just showing off the books that I read. I pretty much have all of them. Shrubs, and then garden herbs. This one's really nice. It's a little hard to decode because it's a little hard to tell which one is safe to eat for garden herbs, but I don't really do gardening anyway, so I probably won't be affected if I eat something dangerously poisonous, hopefully. And I also have my perennials, my annuals, and my rock garden plants, and my roses! My roses! Oh! Okay. And then I was reading through these, and then I also remembered, I think it was one of the Audrey Hepburn movies, where one of the men, it might have been actually Audrey Hepburn, she had on her lapel, or on this part of her, whatever clothes she was wearing, she had a rose or a flower, and I thought, back in time, and I remember seeing that, I thought, oh yeah, because I knew that people back in time, not so much nowadays, unless it's like a really special occasion, but I don't know why, but people used to have flowers on their chest that they would wear around, and I thought, I remember seeing that in preschool, and I always thought that was really cool, and the only reason I didn't do it is because I didn't know, I literally did not know how to do it, where you cut a flower, you'd put a pin onto your lapel, and then you'd wear it around. I just literally did not know how to do it, and even now, because I actually did not film during the summer. Interestingly enough, I did not film during the summer because I was just kind of busy. Now that it's winter, I have some time for some reason, and there's... Oh. I'll be right back.